Hello and welcome back to the Imperfect Question. This week we're going to be doing a Liberty update, see how we're getting on with a few things, and also as well I'll be looking at JJ and I had a photo shoot this week, so I'll show you some of the photos from that, and you might notice that she's wearing a couple of new things. We'll have a look at those in a second.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I got.
So you can see JJ is sporting a new rope halter and a new neck rope, and they're in a great colour that almost matches her. So from a distance you can barely tell that they're, which is exactly what I wanted, and they are from Ponies and Pups, made by Sophia. She's specially made them for JJ, but you can buy one too if you go and look at the Ponies and Pups website. I will leave a link below. They don't just do matchy colours like JJ is wearing, they do some very bright colours indeed. We were very tempted by some peacock colours, some blues and greens that they had. Of course they've got pinks and things like that as well. So let's have a quick look. The neck rope itself is a lovely soft rope that goes around the neck here, very lightweight, and it's joined lovely to, I think they call it biophane handle on top, so I've got that to hold really nice grip for me to use as a rein, but really soft on JJ where it contacts her. And the same with the rope here, it's a very soft rope material, and you know, the usual kind of connection that you would have on a rope halter for any lead rope that you've got. They do sell some matching lead ropes which are very nice as well, so you know, they do a bit of everything, and obviously they do collars for your dogs as well as things for your horses. Go and check them out. So let's go look at the photo shoot where she had a little bit of a happier face than this one.
Flying low under the radar, like a nighthawk stealth plane, you are hiding out in the shadows, keeping from the light of day. Nobody should ever have to live that way. Hey now, it's okay now. You don't have to hide from the world no more. Hey now, it's okay now. It's your time.
So Comanche actually had play with Liberty this week. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of it on camera. We had visitor come round who is a girl who's wanting to be a vet when she's a bit older. So she wanted to learn a little bit about handling the horses. So Comanche volunteered to show her some Liberty and how he can do some obstacles. So that was great. But meanwhile, let's go look how JJ's been doing with Liberty. I have to say that since we've been using the riding muzzle, it's been a complete game changer, because even with riding and Liberty, as you've seen in the past, JJ gets totally obsessed with eating the grass. So although she will do what I ask her, she doesn't do it very well, and her attention span is very small. But you can see here already she's got a much greater attention span on me, which means that everything that we have been learning in the past, she's now seems to be showing that she has taken in the information and can do it. Here you see I'm trying a little bit of canter with her. She's only just really learning this, and as you'll see from some clips today, canter is better one way than the other. So here we're trying it the opposite way around, and she's got a bit of a habit of coming sideways towards me instead. She seems to just completely misunderstand their communication, or possibly she just feels, especially see her going sideways there on that corner already, and I'm like putting the energy backwards and she's finding it very difficult. But we're just going to work on building that up over time, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. There she is again, shoulder in. And I keep going, and eventually she gets a couple of strides, so there we stop and reward her. So now we're in the large round pen, and I'm going to try some Liberty circles with her in a bigger area. You're at a viewpoint that's quite close to me, so you won't see me all the time here. So the difficulty with the large pen, if you remember, is whether she stays close to me or doesn't stay close to me. So we're off at a speedy walk and it's looking good to start with. She's not too far away. You can see the other fence line there is quite far back. Obviously when she gets to the short side she's going to be relatively close to the fence line, although here she's a bit away. But as she goes around the longer ends, I'm looking for her to be quite far away from the fence line. Doesn't always work out, as you see. A little bit of a pause there from some pressure, so I ask her to go up a little bit into trot. I think she just misunderstood what I was asking for. I was putting pressure in front of her to stop her. So now we've gone up into trot, you can see that she's heading out a little bit more. She doesn't feel quite as comfortable at that moment to stay close to me. So I'm just allowing her to settle in the trot and go around. And very quickly you can see she comes back in a bit more. She does these little micro check-ins that you'll see every now and again to say, am I calling her in? Now, I was actually going to ask her to go a bit faster then, and she misunderstood it for me to be saying, do you want to change direction? So as she comes back round now, I'm like, right, she was thinking change direction. So instead of asking her to go faster again, I think what I'll do is ask her to change direction because she was already thinking it. And I get quite a nice little change direction there. So it's kind of making their ideas my idea and my idea their idea. She did such a nice change, I brought her back in. Good girl, JJ. I give her lots of nice rests in between when she does do something good. Send her back out again. Off she goes. Sometimes I'm very particular about how I send them out as to they've got to go back in a very straight line first. Other times I'm not too worried, so if she leaves a little early, that's absolutely fine. Lots of energy there. She can canter, but she's quite unbalanced, so whenever I ask her to go into canter, she always throws a little hissy fit because she's not quite physically ready to do it very well yet. But we just build that up by keep trying every now and again. Another change of direction I'm going to be asking for there. It takes her a little while to notice, so I've got my hand up. There we are. Perfectly nice. There we go. Bring her back in. Good girl, JJ. Well done. So I'm also rewarding some relaxation there. You could see she was blowing out a little bit as she went round. So I'm looking for her to start relaxing into these circles now. Again, we're going to try to canter. She's taken off a little bit better this way. It's not quite so jittery as it was the other way. It's fast, but it's not kind of like stop-start like it was, and she's not throwing herself around. She does find it easier to balance one way than another, but many horses do find that. You can see these circles are quite nice, and there's another lovely flying change for me. So good time to stop her. Well done, JJ. Every time I see something I really like on a circle, I will bring her back in at the moment while she's still learning different things. If she's particularly close to me, if she does a nice manoeuvre like that. This is a different day now, and I'm going up, and again we're starting with a little bit of stick to me. So she's pushing me a little bit there, so I just have to kind of move her back over. She got a little bit over enthusiastic about the turnaround. Now she's going up it. So it's quite interesting to see how sometimes she wants to be really close and sometimes further away. A few nice steps there, but that is actually the side that at liberty she finds a little bit easier to canter when I ask her when I'm next to her. Although you'll notice before in the circles it was the opposite way, she found a bit easier to physically move. Here we go again. There we are. Lots of nice strides, so again a nice reward. Like I said, she's only really just learning to canter when she's next to me, so I don't mind her being a bit further away, and I'm not looking for to keep going very fast at the moment. We've switched sides, we're going the opposite way now. She follows lovely and close when we're at the walk, and in general she stays quite close. I don't mind her drifting a little. You can see how she's doing the sideways in manoeuvre again a bit there. So I just keep trying patiently. See if I can get any strides at all. What I tend to do, I don't think I've done in this video to help correct this, is I go back to being on the circle in the round pen, so that I'm just asking for a straightforward canter round to the right rather than asking it to stay by the side of me. Okay, we've switched the task up because she was finding that quite difficult, so I decided to leave it for today. So now what we're trying is just a straightforward back up and then a return to me. So she is, in my opinion, for her, going a little bit slow this day, but I took it. There we are. She still made it back nicely and I didn't have to put on too much pressure. And as I call her back in, she comes back in slowly but nicely. Well done, JJ. I love to see that when they're at liberty, that she can still do that for me. So we have another little walk around with her at my shoulder. We've gone over a pole there. You can see she spaces herself a little bit. I'd like her to be nearer to me, but that'll come in time. And here we're going into the weave pattern. And I'm only doing a weave where she has to stay with me and weave in and out with me. And you can see she gets it quite nicely. We're going to loop back and come back on herself. So that requires her to be able to move away from me as we go round. And you can see I'm not having to physically push her. She is learning that she needs to move away from my energy, although she's obviously a lot closer when I'm pushing from that side. And you can see how she gaps a little bit more when she's coming towards. But still, she makes it round nicely and we do a lovely weave with that method. Good girl, JJ. Really proud of her. Now we're moving on and we're trying to do a stop and a back up. And you can see today she wasn't quite listening. She's usually very, very good at stop and back up. She still does it, but she almost drifted off a bit much then. Carry on. Up into the trot. Follows me nicely. Didn't have to ask her any extra. And again with the canter, you can see she gets a little bit emotional, excited. That was her easier side again. So again, just accepting a few steps. Switching the pattern up again, and we're going to go for the figure 8 pattern. And you'll see as we have a few attempts here that she knows the pattern well, as in go around and kind of turn to the right and go around and turn to the left. But we can't execute it very accurately because I'm trying to use these markers for her to go around, and you can see she's done the correct turn but didn't make it around the marker. So that is more likely my fault because I've applied too much pressure in one place or not enough pressure in another. But you can see she does the turns lovely. Our accuracy is lacking but we will get that a little bit more as we go on. It's just something to keep playing with, and when you're fully at liberty you can't really make the corrections very well. And yeah, I think she does a good job. It's just we need to learn to communicate better between ourselves. I need to learn, does she need more pressure on one side and less pressure on another? All sorts of things like that really. Here another little go after I stopped her, and you can see she went around that first one lovely. Is she going to make it around this other one? Quite possibly. There we are, and that's our best one so far. But again here, when I take it over and to go around that one, we miss it, but we still get the shape, the turn. So yeah, she does know the pattern, which is not very accurate at the moment. This one's a little bit harder. I've took her over to the pole and I want to ask for sideways. Now in an ideal world she will be straddling the pole, but currently JJ finds it a lot easier to use it as a marker in front of her. She does prefer that. So the first go she's quite elongated, almost walking straight forward, not much sideways going on there at all. But that's okay. She had no idea I was going to be asking for that then. I just kind of sprung it on her. So now she got the idea. I come back and try again in the opposite direction. You can see she's got the idea for sideways now, but what's going to happen is she drifts forward slightly. That's okay. But now she's over the pole. So I'm happy with that she understood sideways. I don't mind it drifted a little bit. I'd like that to be less, but you know, it's going to happen to start with. That's why I'm standing in front of her to help be a blocker. And now she's over the pole, we're going to use that to our advantage and try and get the manoeuvre I wanted in the first place. So yeah, she's done a nice job there. She's trying to drift forward but worried about her back leg sitting in, so she is staying behind. Not too shabby at all. So that was probably our best one really, I think. Another go again, but she's moving herself backwards. She didn't like the pole being under her, so she's going to put herself in her favourite position behind it again. And a fairly decent sideways there, some nice crossing of the legs. At least she understood what I was asking. So on our Bridleless riding course this week, I actually submitted a Liberty video, and that's because they wanted to see JJ's groundwork and to check out how her rhythm was and if she got relaxed or anything like that. So we showed them a session in the round pen. So I hope you enjoy it. It is sped up just a little bit because there was a 5-minute limit on the video and it was about 6 minutes long altogether, but you can still see in the video the rhythm and the relaxation that she has. She's actually doesn't relax as much as I would like, but we're going to be working on that in the future. So just enjoy our little round pen session.
Heartbeats, all is silence, darkness in the streets. We cut off the violence and put it to sleep. I can hear you breathing, feel you next to me. Heartbeats, all is silence, can't believe we're kissed. Thinking it's time to shine, we may give it all I want is you. Honey, you're just so wild, I'm telling you now, I'm so in love with you. Just wanna be with you. Catch me in my sleep. All these thoughts keep spinning, but you're grounding me. Time to heal, time to grow. This time I know I'm not alone. Hold me now, let it out. I know we found our home. Thinking it's time to shine, we may give it all I want is you. Honey, you're just so wild, I'm telling you now, I'm so in love with you. Thinking it's time to shine, we may give it all I want is you. Oh, honey, you're just so wild, I'm telling you now, I'm so in love with you. Wanna be with you. Arms around you, we're alone. My heart is racing, you're so strong. Take your time, lose control. Let's give in to what we know. Thinking it's time to shine, making it all I want is you. Honey, you're just so wild, I'm telling you now, I'm so in love with you. Thinking it's time to shine, we may give it all I want is you.
So I hope you've really enjoyed today's video. I'm going to go now, take JJ, and we're going to do a little bit of work for our bridleless riding course. So we'll see you later. Bye.